Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing what's in my barber bag as a barber student in Kentucky. Alright, so first and foremost, I apologize for the lighting. I know it's not the best in here, but we're just going to have to make do for today. So I carry all my tools in an Apache box. It's waterproof, dustproof. I believe it's more of like a hunting box by design, but it works perfect for barber tools. And that's what I keep most of my stuff in. So as a barber student, it's definitely hard not to fall into the rabbit hole of like getting the best tools, thinking it's gonna improve your cuts. But I promise you guys, just in the 4 months I've been doing this, as long as you have solid tools, you can still get the results you're looking for. Alright, so let's dig into the tools. Alright, so starting out, these were the first two tools I purchased. For the trimmer, I grabbed the Gamma Absolute Hitters with the upgraded Gamma Italia blade on them. And then for clippers, I grabbed the Stylecraft Rogue. And I just recently upgraded to the Echo blade on them. For these trimmers, what I will say is they're definitely an affordable option. I think I purchased these for about 80 bucks. I mean, they're fairly hitters, but compared to what we'll get onto later in the video, they definitely don't stack up. To this day, I use them to like set my guidelines for bald fades just so it's not super sharp, and kids as well, just because you don't want to nick them. This trimmer has a supercharged rotary motor with a lithium-ion battery. It's about 4 hours of cordless runtime, 2 hours to charge, so I mean definitely charges up quick, lasts a solid amount. These trimmers come with 3 replaceable cover plates on them, so you can customize them as you want. Definitely a good, solid beginner option. Now, for the Stylecraft Rogue, I definitely don't have any complaints. I couldn't have picked a better first clipper for myself. I mean, great in hand, good ergonomics, lasts forever, not super loud. Now, I did upgrade to the Echo blade, and the reason I did that is I was having trouble with the original Stylecraft blade, and I couldn't get it sharp enough to knock out my bottom guideline without, I mean, too close to where it's gonna cut someone. But with this Echo blade and the crunch this blade offers, I mean, you simply just can't beat this. For around 100 bucks, doesn't get much better. So these clippers have only a 2-hour runtime, which is fairly short. Charges up in about 105 minutes. Now, for someone in barber school like myself, at least for my school, I'm definitely not doing cuts all day. 1 to 2 cuts a day max, so this has been perfect. But I could imagine as you get into a shop and you have more cuts lined up where the charging on this could get a little inconvenient. With that being said, if I could go back in time, I definitely would choose this clipper again as my beginner clipper. So as time went on with those, I decided I wanted to go for an upgrade, and I purchased these. The Babyliss Low Pro Compact. With me having fairly small hands, I loved the idea of smaller clippers and trimmers, and as you can tell, they say these are 10% smaller than the original Low Pros, and these are 13% smaller. So definitely good on size, and it doesn't compromise on power. They only compromise on runtime. So these have about a 2-hour runtime, and they charge up in about an hour. These Low Pro trimmers have the Graphite 2.0 blade on them, and I mean I use these as a full-time workhorse. Clearing bulk, lineup, C-cups, anything you need for a trimmer, these are going to get the job done. The only thing I will say is with these trimmers, with them being fairly small, if you have bigger hands, you may have problems holding on to them, but for myself, no problems. With the Low Pro trimmers, once again, I mean, no major complaints. These feel a bit bigger than the trimmers in comparison to the original Low Pros, which isn't my favorite as I like smaller clippers. But going from the Stylecraft to these though, these definitely feel a lot more sturdy and less like a toy with the metal front housing. My only complaint is I know everyone loves this click, but it almost feels inconsistent to me, whereas the Rogue feels like it snaps into place every single time. But other than that, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about these. For a shaver, I have the Stylecraft Rebel. Honestly, the reason I bought this is because it was the cheapest double foil at the Cosmo store near me. My only complaint with this one, I hate the plastic on it. Once again, feels like a toy to me. It's super light, feels cheap, but when it comes to doing its job, I mean, I haven't used a shaver that was better. When it comes to shears, I have the Katana Classics. These were supplied to me by my school, and for probably the first 2-ish months, I've had no complaints with these. They cut, I mean, feel nice in the hands, they don't feel cheap, but the more I've cut with them, especially with thicker hair types, I've definitely had trouble with these getting a little dull on me. So I don't know if I just need to sharpen them or if I need to look otherwhere. And finally, I have the Edge Olivia Garden feather razor. I use this for like setting the perimeter on bangs or on a mullet, those sort of deals. A shag cut definitely adds more of a wispy touch instead of, say, coming in with the shears and point cutting it or just going straight across. Definitely a tool I would recommend to all barbers, especially if you cut a lot of finer hair, as it seems to add more texture. My only complaint is that these blades can get fairly expensive. It's about $1 per blade. So, I mean, it's $1 extra on your cost for every client, but I would buy it again. So I definitely recommend it. With that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, definitely let me know in the comments. If you have any other video ideas you want to see, definitely let me know.